Hi there, it's Hélène, and I'm pleased to bring you another video. In this case, it is just a sample of my brush cleaning method. So what I use is a typical bar of soap and also liquefied soap. So let me show you what those are. I'm such a creature of habit, I'd actually put them away. That's so sad. Okay, so the bar of soap that I use is just a typical Dove bar, and it's still wet because I just finished cleaning the soap, or cleaning the brushes with this soap. You'll see there's quite a groove in it. Don't know if it's coming up. Sorry about the nails, guys. I did the most horrible job with a new nail polish that I obviously need to learn how to use. Here we go. So it has this big dip, and that's because it forms a trough because I rub my brushes back and forth on this bar of soap. I haven't found the need to use any sort of fancy brush cleaning soap. Just a regular gentle bar of soap seems to work just fine. And along with that, when the bar of soap is really getting tiny, what I end up doing is I put the remnants in a jar like this, and it actually says brush soap on here in French. And what you'll see is kind of liquefied soap. So I put the soap in with just a little bit of water, and it turns into almost like a little mousse. And that is great to dip really small brushes in. I just pick up some soap and then I use the palm of my hand to clean them. So what I thought I would do is, instead of wasting a whole lot of time you watching my brush cleaning, I thought I would put a video right after this where I kind of speed it up a little bit, and you can see my cleaning process for a handful of my most used brushes. So I hope you enjoy, and so yeah, let's take a look. But first, if you like this kind of video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you like the videos in general on this channel, please consider subscribing. That would be awesome. All right, let's get into it. So I'm going to do my face brushes first. So this is my powder brush. And I wipe back and forth onto the soap, usually with a little bit of running water. And what that allows me to do is to just put a little bit of soap, because the soap gets diluted. And I will go back and forth, rinse, take a look at how clean the brush is, and then go back to the soap. And I fluff up the brush at the end so that it has a better chance to dry. This is my blush brush, and the blush tends to stain quite a bit, so I have to go back and forth a number of times to try to get it as clean as possible. You'll see I go back and forth between rinsing and putting soap, depending on how I'm seeing the cleanliness. If there's quite a bit of soap, you'll also see me using my hand to work through the bristles. I try to squeeze out as much water as I can, and then proceed on to the next brush. Now, when you see the brush go off screen, it's actually going to be set up upside down, so that the water can drain and hopefully have it dry relatively well. This is my bronzer brush, and I do go quite a few times, and you'll see as I'm cleaning it, the fibers go from kind of a light brown to turning white. There we go for that one. And now I'm going to bring out the more of the cream style of soap that I introduced earlier in my intro. And these are for my eyeshadow brushes for the most part. This is one of my favorites. Smaller crease blending brush, and this is my angled brush that I use every single day. So I grabbed some of the product, there's the liquefied soap, and I use the palm of my hand to work through to ensure that I have the bristles of the brush getting clean as I go. It just prevents me using too much soap, and it also prevents me from having a groove in the soap just because of the small size of the brush heads. This is the brow brush that I tend to use for liner on the lower lash line. And finally, this is a concealer brush, but that's actually the brush that I use to set my eye after putting cream base for my eyeshadow. Okay, so that is how I clean my brushes. That was about maybe a third to 40% of my brushes that I would use in a given month. And so what I do is I end up having backups, because I find that my brushes, when I clean them thoroughly like that, they take 2 or 3 days to dry thoroughly. And if a brush is a little bit wet, it's not going to pick up the product the same way, and it's going to get goopy faster, especially the really dense face brushes. If we don't let them dry very well, it can be a real mess when they're big powder brushes. So that is it for I have a little visitor. Hello, Silhouette. Hello. Just checking out what I'm doing. I'm so excited that she's now coming upstairs. Hello. Anyway, so cute. I'll put a picture. If you haven't seen a picture of her, I'll put one up here. If you're a dog lover, you'll enjoy it. Okay, make less noise. Anyway, that is it for my brush cleaning. If you have any questions or comments about my technique, please leave them down below. I would be happy to field those questions. And if you have any other questions about how I do the kind of behind the scenes managing of my makeup and skincare stuff, I would be happy to answer any of those questions as well. I thank you for your time today. I like to see how people do their stuff, so hopefully this was entertaining. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.